Hi, friends. My name is Pete, and many of you know me as a pastor who has helped people navigate the often messy but beautiful reality of the human soul. And that's what I've been about for many years of my life, and many of you know me from those seasons. Or maybe you've joined us more recently as I've been walking through a 5-year battle with cancer. In either way, you know something about my heart to help people manage life when it gets a little complex. But now I'm making a pivot. I feel like my mission has been sharpened. And it comes out of a concern that I've watched with brilliant leaders, men and women who have achieved a certain amount of external success, but then they lose the life behind their leadership. They're not living the way they thought they would. It started off as maybe just a slight deviation off center, but then over time, it becomes this wide gap between their public persona and their private peace. It's something I've called the quiet drift. And so this site will be evolving. We'll be talking more about leadership. We'll be talking about this quiet drift and what it means to find your way back to center, to align your life. And so the site will become more than just, a pastoral archive or a library for cancer patients. It will be a navigational toolkit for leaders who are trying to find their way back to center so they can live an authentic, wholly aligned life. That's my passion. And my guess is it's yours too. I'm calling this journey the walk back to center, where people can find navigational tools for their leadership, an internal grounding in their spirituality, and a community of people who are on a similar path. And so you'll find on this site 4 different resources. One we're going to call the Center Line. That is a series of talks just like this one, where we discuss what it looks like to keep your life centered. And then we'll have a channel that it will be dedicated to what I'm calling navigational intelligence. This will be conversations with other people who are similarly intent on keeping their life centered. We will keep our pocket prayer library because we know that keeping your life centered is also about having a daily point of inspiration and a way to pray for that. And then finally, we'll have our opportunity to talk through what it looks like to stay strong over the long haul. And that will be the place where I share a bit more about my cancer journey, because I want you to know that the things that I've learned in that journey have been surprisingly relevant in my conversations with people who want to stay centered in their leadership. It's about resilience. It's about being honest. It's about facing your pain and figuring out how to navigate it. And that's what great leadership is about as well. And so I just want to invite you to kind of poke around the site, see if there's things that are of interest for you. And then if so, I would invite you to subscribe and join me in this journey of walking back to center and figuring out a way to stay there.